Analogic, a space race through the numeric maze of a computer-charted galaxy, a fascinating electronic edition game for all ages. Alright, we're going to do some math. We're going to do the learning that the manual was talking about earlier. So we're going to need game card number 3, a game overlay, and some game chips. It uses 16 red chips. I guess we're going to do some addition and gambling. The players establish interstellar contact by activating their light beam transceivers. I didn't know the system has light beam transceivers. I thought it was only dots. Okay, so we have player 1 up here in the odd planet corner. We got player 2 down here in the even planet corner. So you would normally flip a coin to see who's going to go first. I'm just going to say the even guy is going to go first. So you have to start by moving to an even block. But before I can move, I have to activate my interstellar contact with my light beam receiver. So I think you just hit reset for that. There it is. And then you got to use the English to make contact with this guy. And then, oop, I went the wrong way. So as we're playing, you're supposed to be doing this constantly throughout the game. You just using the English, you got to make it hit the other player. And then whichever player screws it up, pretty much gives the player that didn't screw up a red chip. So this is going to be a little hard to play 2 players at once and focus on the numbers. So I'm probably going to ignore this for now. But just keep in mind that this is what you're supposed to be doing while you're playing this game. Oh, actually, this is the odd planet down here. Yeah, it says odd. The one up top here says even. Even though here on the game board, it says even in the bottom and odd on top. I think they screwed up. I'm going to go with the normal rules. So even though they labeled them on here, I'm just going to say this is even. So I'll start at number 8. And then this guy has no choice but to go to number 5. Now I need to keep it even. I've only got 7s around me anyway. I guess we'll go to 12 over here. And then he has to go here to 2. I have to go here. Is there only one path? What the heck's going on? 9. Oh wait, this guy's able to split here if he wants to. So I could go down to 8 or I could go across. I'm going to go this way. That was actually a good move because now I bone this guy over here. Because this would be 10. 10, can't do that. Can't go to 6, so he has to go back where he just came from. Ooh, he got stuck again. Back to 7. That guy's not in a good spot right now. I think I have to pretty much go down here, unless I go backwards. But I'm trying to make some forward progress. I'm getting far away from these planets, though. Again, this guy's he's just going back and forth all game. That's a 9 right there. 14. 11. 10. Oh, again, nowhere to go. He's trapped. The even guy's making some great progress right now. This is going to be 8. I probably should go to a different direction with this guy because he's got to get out of there at some point. We're just, I think I've gone 7-4 like 5 times in a row now. Here we go, 15, making a little progress. Actually, here, let me go here because I think that counts as a planet. So now this guy gets a red chip. 6. I think I have to go up and around somewhere. I think this is just going to go on like that forever if I stay in this area. So we'll go 7 there. 6. 13. 12. 11. 8. 5. It looks like even player lost. I was stuck in this corner here the whole time. I had no idea of how to get out of it. No matter which way I tried, I kept having to go back and forth. I guess that would be 12 right there. And then, boom, made it to the planet. The odd player wins. All right, let's get the real gambling going with Roulette. All the casino action of Monte Carlo. Place your bets and try to break the bank. Doesn't Monte Carlo not exist anymore? I believe the Monte Carlo is now the Park MGM. Could be wrong, though. I'm talking about the one in Vegas. I'm sure there's other Monte Carlos out there. Anyway, game card number 6. You got the Roulette game overlay. You got the Roulette layout board. You got your chips. And some play money. Or you could use real money if you're feeling saucy. So you're going to divide the chips up. Each player receives $1,000. Oh, my God. If I had $1,000 for Roulette to just blow on Roulette, I might actually make a pretty penny there. Right here it tells you how much each chip is worth, and then one player is the banker and retains custody of the balance of the cash. So pretty much regular roulette rules. If you know how to play roulette, this should be pretty simple to understand. If not, you might need to study this board a little bit and maybe watch a video or two. So only the player controlled number 2 is used to play roulette. First, it's electronics are shuffled. The banker depresses the reset button and offers the vertical and horizontal control to any one of the players, who then randomly turns a particular control with his eyes closed. The same procedure is followed for the remaining control, vertical or horizontal. The banker may present the control in any position, right side up, on its side, or upside down. It is important that the dial settings be random. The banker then releases the reset button and lets the ball fall into place on the wheel. If the ball does not appear on the roulette game overlay, the banker has the electronics reshuffled. If the ball falls on 0 or 00, the house wins all 1-to-1 bets. And here's the game board, and holy crap, it looks like Pokemon Stadium in the middle of the board. I guess, so what you're supposed to do is hold the reset button so the dot would disappear. It doesn't work like that in this simulation. And then the banker passes the controller around to players. You can put it upside down, right side up, however you want to do it, and have them turn any knob in any way they'd like without looking. So basically it would kind of just look like this, and the thing would just kind of move around. And I guess this would be after everyone placed their bets already. So it's kind of hard for me to bet on anything when I could see. But it would just kind of move around depending on how people spin it. And then it would just kind of stop right there. So that would be 25. So if anybody bet on the number 25, or if they bet the column that had 25, or a corner, or if they bet black, or if they bet odd, they would win some money. If not, they would lose some money. This is a game I can't really play by myself. I don't have the game board in front of me, or the game pieces, or money. I can't make any of the bets. This one looks like it would be red 35. Basically, I would say wherever most of the dot is, because obviously it's overlapping 14 a little bit, but most of it seems to be in 35 territory, so that would be where that one goes. And that's it for Roulette. It states, a fun maze of riddles and rhymes that help you learn the states and their capitals. Great game for you in like 4th grade or whatever grade it is, when you have to take tests on this all the time if you live in America. So first, you would place the Great Lakes bonus from game accessory sheet onto the overlay as illustrated. Note, leave it affixed permanently. Do not remove it from the overlay. Why don't they just include it in the overlay in general? I don't know. Okay, so here's a good old classic map. It's got different colors on it, which represent the different cards that have the questions on them if you happen to land on a state that's already been taken. Here are the Great Lakes. If it lands with the dot lit up like this, where it's not moving, that counts as catching a fish, and then you, I guess, get a free state card. So what you would do is you have the player close their eyes, and same thing as roulette, you just move around a bit, and then wait till that thing stops, and you say, what state is that? And then they say, Indiana, and you're like, yes, here's an Indiana card. And then you move around a bit more. What state is that? Texas. You're correct. Next player's turn. Close your eyes. Do the same thing. And then you're just like, what state is that? It's like, uh-oh, that card's already been taken. Now you got to go. Oh, it's almost in Hawaii, though. But it looks like more of it is in Texas, so we're going to stick with Texas. So then you're going to go through the yellow card deck, and you'll find the Texas card. You can pick any one of the questions. You could ask, Texas is easy to get lost in, and the capital is, or you could ask, Texas is so doggone big that it has come to pass it's the nation's biggest producer of blank and blank. Or 3, Texas also has the most cattle, but let it not be forgotten, Texas also is the nation's biggest producer of blank. I'm going to do question number 2. I'm going to say it's the biggest producer of boots and beer. I know that's definitely not correct, but I want to have a good time when I'm in Texas, so that's what I'm going for. Let's see what the real answer is. Here's the answer for all 3 Texas questions. The capital is Austin, which I already knew. Oil and natural gas, not boots and beer. I was close, though. And number 3 is cotton. I feel like these 2 questions are really similar, though, so I think they could maybe be interchangeable, but I guess that'll be up to the player. And that's it for states. And now, sadly, we're at the last game that comes with your system. Remember, there are game cards you can buy separately that has different overlays, along with the light rifle. But of the games that come with the system for the US release, this is the last one. Simon Says, a fun game for preschoolers that develops hand and eye coordination and helps children learn to identify parts of the body with the associated printed word. for 2 or 3 players. I'm in preschool, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Player 1 and player 2 go to the elbows on the character, not on your person. The first player to reach the elbow wins the elbow card. If Simon determines that there's a tie, the card is placed at the bottom of the deck. You definitely could just play regular Simon Says and don't even need to buy this $100 system or $50 if you buy a TV along with it. You could just stand there with your buddies and be like, Simon Says, touch your head. If you want to get advanced about it and you have money to show off and you want your friends to come over when you're in preschool and be like, look what my daddy bought me, you could play this on your television. Here's our Simon Says board. Here's our beautiful boy and girl. They look a little bit less creepy here than they did on the instruction manual. At least they're colored in and not just like black and white or whatever. So I guess since I'm playing by myself, we'll go by the 2-player rules. And we're just going to pick a card here. Simon Says go to the cheek. And I guess it's the right cheek. And it's got to be the little blush dimples. It's not just anywhere on the cheek. So let's get rid of that card. And then you would put your hands where, I guess, down on, as we've been doing, the table. And then say 3, 2, 1, go. And looks like since I can't focus, I'm saying player 1's got it first. So player 1 gets the card, then you go back to your square as best as you can with the controls I got. Oh, player 2 got in there pretty well. So player 1 has the card, draw another card. We're going to the ankle. This is going to be the left ankle, slightly above the sock or the shoe, I guess. Just down there. 3, 2, 1, go. A little hard to tell. I'm going to say player 1 again. Player 2 has a lot of their box off in the black spot. I'm also noticing though that the boy's leg is a lot thicker than the girl's leg. So it looks like the boy might have a slight advantage. Now I'm curious if the dog and cat have a play in this game or they're just there for graphics. Pet's ear. Yes, they do have a play in this game. All right, let's do the pet's ear and then get out of here. Once again though, the dog has a bigger ear than the cat, so I think you have a slight advantage again as player 1. Hands on the table, and 3, 2, 1, go! Player 2 got it that time. Player 1's almost off the screen completely. We got to the cat's ear, and that's how you play the game. Good job, player 1. You got 2 cards. Player 2, you only got 1. I'm sorry, you lost the game. And we've reached the end of the manual. We read the whole entire book, all 35 pages. Well, 34 minus this one. This page has performance checklists. If you're having issues with your Odyssey, you could see some troubleshooting stuff, make sure everything's working correctly. And then additional games and materials. Should an overlay or game card become damaged or misplaced, contact your local Magnavox dealer for replacements. Your Magnavox dealer will also have available an assortment of additional Odyssey games. Each game will have the necessary game card overlay and game aids required for play. And then the warranty and the back, this beautiful black page with the logo on it. Odyssey by Magnavox, a total play and learning experience for all ages. And that's it, at least for the US release. That is all the games that came with the system. Overall, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad, especially for the time it came out. I think I might have wanted one. Ski by myself was kind of cool. I think football could have been fun with some other players along with some of the other games. I think those are the 2 that really stick out to me on the top of my head. It was a good time. I had fun by myself. I hope you guys had fun too. If you're interested in seeing the rest of the games, I will post them in the next video, including the ones that come with the European version, which I think is like handball and volleyball or something like that. And then any other games. I think basketball's one. I don't know what else you could buy. I don't remember. I have to look at the list. And also the light rifle games. All that stuff will be in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.